What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to make samples in FL Studio. I've seen a lot of Q Beats tutorials and how to make samples like them all over YouTube, but today I'm just going to keep it open-ended. We're just going to make a sample, something cool that someone can flip and make a beat off of. And before we start, I'm just going to give you a few tips about what I usually do. When I'm making a sample, it usually has about 3 or 4 sounds in it: a chord progression, a melody, a counter melody. Maybe I'll add another melody. Otherwise, I'll just put something in like a percussion loop or a vocal chant, stuff like that. You just gotta be creative with it. But for this video, I'm gonna be staying stock friendly for all you guys, just make it easy, and let's get into it. To begin, I'm gonna use this FL plugin called Harmless. I'm gonna go to keyboards. So I found this cool sound. Very ambient. Let's put that into the piano roll. I'm going to set the BPM to about 146. And I'm going to be aiming for a trap sample feel. So there's going to be a lot of half notes in it, half steps, when you go up one semitone. For example, F sharp into G. Things that create tension. Here we have our chord. I'm going to take the bottom note and flip it up an octave. Then I'm going to drop this bottom note down one semitone. Say we didn't touch the octave of this note here, it looks like this. And that's just a minor chord, but the middle note is dropped down one semitone. So here we have the D note. I just built a minor chord off of it. So for this next chord, I took the F and the A you see here and moved them both up one note in the scale. So the A goes to an A sharp and the F goes to a G. Then I'm just adding filler notes here. Then here we end on a diminished chord, E diminished. So I'm going to start adding notes that are higher up. Now I'm going to take the plugin, put it into the mixer, and put half speed on it. Put it up an octave. And the trick I just did there, I took the top line melody, shifted it over about 2 units in the grid, and put it up an octave. And you got to be careful with halftime because it adds low end to your mix. So I'm just going to cut that out with the EQ here. So when whoever is making a beat, they don't have to worry about it clashing with an 808. I'm also going to shift it down a few semitones. There's one of the 3 or 4 sounds that we'll be using. Next one, I'm going to get it from GMS. Go to the presets. So for that melody, I just took the top 2 notes of the chords from the last sound that we had, as you can see here, just the top 2, and added a repeating melody idea across all of them. Then I'm going to take that sound and add half speed to it, see what we get. And I figured to save CPU space, you don't need to have 2 half times open if it's going to be on both instruments. So the way around this is highlight the instruments that you have in the mix, then go to an empty channel. I'm going to go to track 4, right click this arrow down here. Why are you highlighted? Go to an empty track, right click the bottom arrow here, and hit route to this track only. Now both of my instruments are routed here, where I can mix them with the same effects. So now I'm going to put on halftime. For this sound here, I'm going to put a filter on it with the EQ over here. Cut out the low end and the highs. And boost the mids. Around 2K. Look at this. Oh my god. Now I'm going to add one more melody. Actually, this is not a stock plugin, but you can get it for free. It is called Nanotron 2. So this is a free plugin. It's a replica of the Mellotron. So we're just going to use that. I'm going to move this all the way to C. So now it's just a flute. And now let's go into the pattern and add to it. And now here's one more tip for the day. Another free plugin. It's called Isotope Vinyl. It adds a really cool vinyl effect to the sample. So again, you can get this for free off of Isotope's website. I'll leave a link in my bio. I will leave a link in the description for you guys. So here you can set the year, which is a pretty cool option. I usually go with 1960 or 70. As you can see, I added a detune effect with the warp depth here. I added some dust sound to it and some mechanical noise and a little bit of the wear, and we chose 1960. To take that even further, I'm going to grab an EQ, put a nice high pass filter, and I'm also going to cut out some of the highs. And one more gem to drop on you. I'm going to take the flute plugin and just barely detune it by dropping it down about 10 cents. Now it's going to sound even more like a sample. So in the end, here's what we came up with. So I hope you guys can learn something from this video, and if you like the sample that you heard, I have plenty more just like this at chambersbeats.com/soundkits. Plenty of good loop kits on that site for you guys to go check out. I'll leave a link in the description, and thank you all for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.